Are the Vancouver Canucks ready to prove the doubters wrong once again? Tonight, they face off against the formidable Minnesota Wild in what promises to be a thrilling showdown. With key players sidelined, this is a chance for the depth of our roster to shine. Stay tuned as we break down the latest news and strategies that could propel us to victory. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button to keep up with all things Canucks. Tonight, the Vancouver Canucks face a significant challenge as they head to St. Paul to take on the Minnesota Wild. The puck drops at 5 p.m., and I can already feel the excitement building. Both teams are on a roll. Vancouver has won 4 of their last 5 games, while the Wild have a 3-game winning streak. It's shaping up to be a thrilling matchup between two squads that are exceeding expectations this season. The Wild have been nothing short of a revelation, boasting an impressive 16-4-4 record. They've emerged as one of the biggest surprises in the NHL this year, defying predictions that had them as borderline playoff contenders. Instead, they've catapulted to the top of the league standings, showcasing a balanced attack and solid defensive play. However, they'll have to navigate tonight's game without key players Mats Zuccarello and Jonas Brodin, which could open the door for the Canucks. On the flip side, the Canucks have been resilient, managing to find ways to win despite missing some critical pieces. JT Miller and Philip Hronek are sidelined, but this team has shown depth and determination. The spotlight tonight will be on Captain Elias Pettersson and Quinn Hughes. With their leadership and skill, they'll need to step up and guide the Canucks through this tough matchup against a well-rounded Wild team. Looking at the projected lineups, we see a mix of fresh faces and familiar stars. The first line features Jake DeBrusk, Elias Pettersson, and Brock Boeser, while the second line includes Nils Hoglander, Teddy Blueger, and Kiefer Sherwood. Dakota Joshua, Pius Suter, and Connor Garland round out the third line, with Max Sasson, Ada Rady, and Danton Heinen on the fourth. Defensively, Quinn Hughes teams up with Tyler Myers, followed by Carson Soucy with Noah Juleson, and Eric Brandstrom with Vincent Desharnais. For Minnesota, their first line is headlined by Kirill Kaprizov, who is a true superstar and a favorite for the Hart Trophy this season. He's flanked by Joel Eriksson Ek and Matt Boldy, while the second line features Marcus Johansson, Marco Rossi, and Ryan Hartman. Marcus Foligno, Freddie Gaudreau, and Yakov Trenin make up the third line, and the fourth line has Devin Shore, Marat Kusnetinov, and Ben Jones. Defensively, they have Jake Middleton with Brock Faber, Declan Chisholm with Jared Spurgeon, and John Merrill paired with Zach Bogosian. As we prepare for this high-energy matchup, it's clear that both teams are compensating for the absence of their stars. This game could very well turn into a gritty, hard-fought battle where every inch matters. The Canucks have shown their ability to adapt and overcome, and it will be fascinating to see how they respond to the pressure of playing against one of the league's top teams. Now, let's talk about the impact of these strategic decisions. The Canucks' ability to maintain their competitive edge without key players is commendable, but it raises questions about their long-term viability. Will this depth be enough to carry them through tougher matchups as the season progresses? And with the Wild's surprising rise, how can the Canucks ensure they remain in contention? You believe that this was the right move? Honestly, I'm torn. There's potential here, but there are also risks involved. I want to hear from you. What do you think? Are the Canucks on the right path? Or do you see areas that need improvement? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your insights matter, and I love engaging with fellow fans who share this passion. JT Miller is currently on leave from the Vancouver Canucks, and there's been a whirlwind of speculation surrounding the reasons for his absence. Reports indicate that he's taking this time for a mental reset after facing some challenges off the ice. However, the latest chatter from NHL insiders like Cam Jensen and Andy Strickland suggests that there may be more to the story. It's being speculated that Miller might have had a clash with head coach Rick Tocchet, potentially prompting the team to request a break for him. Now let's think about this for a moment. If this speculation holds any truth, It could have significant implications for the Canucks as they gear up for what they hope will be a serious run at the Stanley Cup. Miller has been a vital part of this team, and if there are tensions brewing behind the scenes, it raises some serious questions about team dynamics and chemistry. Personally, I can't help but feel a bit uneasy about the whole situation. The fact that Miller's absence has been shrouded in mystery only adds to the intrigue. While it is understandable that he needs some time to sort things out mentally, the lack of transparency from the organization is concerning. It makes you wonder, how serious is this situation? Could there be plans afoot that we're not privy to yet? Moreover, there's been ongoing speculation about potential trade scenarios involving Miller. Teams like New York and Boston are being mentioned as possible destinations. This brings me to a crucial point. If the Canucks are willing to entertain trade talks, does that mean they don't view Miller as indispensable? As fans, we want to see our team strengthened, but the thought of losing a player who has contributed so much is hard to digest. And here's another layer to this complex narrative. The podcast Spit-In Chiclets hinted that there might be some discord between Miller and Elias Pettersson, a cornerstone of the Canucks roster. If that's true, it raises the stakes even higher. How can a team that's aiming for the Cup thrive if key players aren't on the same page? It's a recipe for disaster. And as a fan, I can't help but feel a mix of frustration and concern. So, what does this mean for the future of the Canucks? If the organization is looking to make a surprise move in the 2024-25 season, these dynamics need to be resolved quickly. The window for competing for the Cup is narrow, and every decision made now could have lasting consequences. You have to wonder, is this the right path for the team? Personally, I'm torn. On one hand, I understand the need to prioritize team chemistry and mental health. On the other, the stakes are so high, and we want to see the Canucks succeed. I want to hear from you all. What do you think about the current situation with JT Miller? Do you believe he should be back on the ice soon? Or do you think a trade might be in the best interest of the team? Let's get the conversation going in the comments below. And remember, your voice matters. If you're as passionate about the Canucks as I am, make sure to like this video, share with your fellow fans, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any crucial updates as this story unfolds. The future of the Vancouver Canucks is at stake, and we'll be right here to analyze every twist and turn. Thanks for tuning in.